I'm Lucy Christopher, and I'm the author of Stolen, and also the author of Flyaway. But what I want to talk about today is Stolen, because what I've just heard is that Stolen, my debut book, has won the Golden Inky Award. And as you can see by the size of my grin, I'm a little bit excited about that, because although Stolen has been on many shortlists for lots and lots of book awards, I think the Inkies are actually a really special book award for me to win, because this award, as you know, is voted for entirely by you guys, by my readers, by my actual readers of the book. And that means such a lot to me, because it means you guys kind of like my book. And you know how that makes me feel? Yeah, I know. Sometimes I get a little bit excited and I do a little bit of a happy dance. In fact, when I heard the news that Stolen had won the Golden Inky, I had to do another little happy dance. But it was a little bit embarrassing because I was actually out walking the dog when I heard that Stolen had won the Golden Inky. As you can tell, I was, and I am, very excited to win the Golden Inky. The reason I'm so excited is because Stolen is a really special book to me. It's my first book that was published, and it means a lot. It means a lot because I grew up in Melbourne, and when I moved to Australia when I was about 9 years old, I was really terrified of the Australian landscape, but I was also really in love with the Australian landscape. And that feeling of being both terrified and in love with something has stayed with me all the way through growing up in Melbourne, all the way through when I went to the outback many times for visits and holidays and trips, and all the way through to when I started to write this book, Stolen. And I wrote it as a letter, probably because when I was a teenager, I used to write lots and lots of letters. I was really good at it because, as you can maybe guess, I've got half of my family in the UK, where I am at the moment, and half of my family in Australia. So whenever I was in Australia or the UK, I was always writing letters back to someone. So writing letters for me is something I was really good at. So I was really pleased to write my first book in a letter form. So I'm thrilled to win the Golden Inky. And when I heard this news that I'd won the Golden Inky, there was no question. I was going to be there. I was going to be back home in Melbourne to accept. There was no doubt in my mind. So I started to get ready for that. I started to think, oh, right, going home. It's going to be almost summer. Fantastic. I started to pack my bag. And once I'd packed my bag with all my nice summer clothes, I thought, right, I need to sort out my transportation back to Melbourne. And then I got ready to go, and I was super excited. But then, as sometimes happens, disaster struck, and my grandfather got really sick. And if anyone out there has read my second book, Flyaway, you'll know that families can be pretty important sometimes, and especially grandfathers can be pretty important sometimes. So I made a really tough decision, and I decided that instead of being there with you today, which is something I would really love to be, I decided that I should be here instead, looking after my grandfather and just seeing that things were okay there. So that's what I decided to do. But of course, it's been really sad because I would absolutely love to be there with you today accepting this amazing award. But hey, I can't be. And you know what? Next year I'm coming back home for quite a long time. I'll be back in Melbourne for quite a few months at the start of the year. So I'm hoping that maybe I'll get to see some of you guys then. Perhaps I'll get to do a few school visits. Perhaps we'll do another Inky Award ceremony or event or something exciting, because I'd love to meet you guys and to thank you in person for helping me to win the Golden Inky Award, which means such a lot. And my last thing I want you guys to do today is have some cake and enjoy it, and have some cake for me too. because I quite like cake. But what I like more is the Golden Inky. So thank you very, very much.